All right, guys, so a report actually just came out. Yes, it's pretty late, but that kind of is how it usually goes with Aaron Rodgers, about what the compensation is shaping up to be with the Aaron Rodgers and the New York Jets trade. This report was just put out by Charles Robinson a little bit ago, saying a deal between the Packers and Jets to swap Aaron Rodgers for 2 high draft picks is taking shape, but one lingering hang-up is whether the Packers will agree to some draft give-back protection if Rodgers doesn't play in the 2024 season. Then if we go ahead and dive into this full article here, it does give even more information on what those draft picks are. The trade is currently orbiting a deal that would swap Rodgers for 2 high draft picks, according to multiple sources who spoke with Yahoo Sports. The sources characterized the deal as getting closer despite stiff negotiation over how those picks would stack up and whether the package would include give-back protection for the Jets if Rodgers does not play beyond the 2023 season. As it stands, talks are focused on the Jets dealing 2 picks for the Packers quarterback, 1 second-round pick in next month's NFL draft, and another second-rounder in 2024 that could graduate to a first-round pick with achievable team performance escalators. An example of such an escalator would be if the Jets were to host a home divisional playoff game or advance to the AFC Championship game. A sticking point in the talks is the Jets seeking an element of protection built into the trade, specifically one that sends some of 2025 draft compensation to New York from Green Bay if Rodgers does not play in 2024 and beyond. It boils down to the Packers wanting straight shot draft picks without qualifiers, while the Jets want such a high level of compensation to be based on 2023 team performance and Rodgers also playing for New York in 2024. Then the article went on to say this sort of became an issue after Aaron Rodgers went on the Pat McAfee show after his darkness retreat and had said going into the darkness retreat he was 90% going to retire, 10% going to play. Now obviously that changed after the darkness retreat and he's fully ready to play for the New York Jets at least in 2023, but now the Jets are worried that, he's only going to play in 2023 and not for future years, and that's where the negotiations are stuck at right now. The article also went over some of the comments Brian Gutekunst had earlier tonight, basically saying that Aaron Rodgers never replied to Brian Gutekunst during the 2023 offseason when they were trying to talk to him about the 2023 season. I was really looking forward to the conversations with Aaron to see how he fit into that. Gutekunst said those never transpired, so there came a time where we had to make some decisions, so we went through his representatives to try to talk to him regarding where we're going with our team. At that point, they informed us that he would like to be traded to the Jets. So that whole situation all on its own, the whole Brian Gutekunst reaching out to Aaron Rodgers in the offseason and Aaron Rodgers not replying at all. Obviously, someone is lying, whether it's Aaron Rodgers or Brian Gutekunst, because Aaron Rodgers on the Pat McAfee show said multiple times that he wished those conversations had happened, or the Packers told him straight up what their plans were. But it seemed like, at least from Brian Gutekunst's perspective, when he tried to reach out to Aaron Rodgers, he didn't get anything back. So obviously, someone in this situation is lying about what exactly happened, but it's not a good look, and it does look like things are getting kind of messy. But outside of that, as we know, an Aaron Rodgers trade at this point is bound to happen, and it's just a matter of when. Now we're kind of finally seeing what that trade compensation may be. I want to give my thoughts on that, and I think it's pretty low. I mean, it's 2 second-round draft choices that, one could turn into a first round next year, and I think that's okay. But I feel like getting 1 draft pick this year just simply isn't enough. I would have really liked to see both of those second-round picks this year, plus the second round next year that could turn into a first. Now, obviously, this isn't a done deal. It's just a report basically saying what the compensation is right now. And if it was that simple, the trade would have been agreed upon by now. So I think it will change from what this says, but not much. Whether that means a player is included from the New York Jets on top of that draft capital, or the Packers have to give a conditional pick in 2025, basically basing if Aaron Rodgers plays past 2023. But honestly, I think it would be a little bit disappointing if you simply just get 2 second-round draft choices. Yes, one can be upgraded to a first round here, and you're only getting 1 draft pick for this current season. I think that would be a little bit disappointing if that's the case, but there's really no other option right now. It's not like Aaron Rodgers has any chance to come back to the Green Bay Packers, or Brian Gutekunst would even allow that. So at this point, he's going to be traded. So to get something is better than nothing, but is kind of just like a whole 1 year too late situation. If they had traded Aaron Rodgers last year, they would have got multiple first-round picks, maybe even 3 first-round picks. But obviously, hindsight is 2020. And no GM is going to trade a back-to-back MVP quarterback regardless of the age and the relationship they have with each other. But yeah, I would be slightly disappointed at this trade compensation. It's not terrible, but it's not great. Now, obviously, like I said, it could change. If a player is added in there like Jermaine Johnson, I'd be a lot happier with this trade compensation with, say, someone like Jermaine Johnson added into that. But I want to hear your thoughts down in the comments below. What would your initial reaction be to, say, this trade? You know, a second round this year, a second round next year that can turn into a first round if the Jets, say, make the AFC Championship. Let me know down in the comments below. But that about does it for this video. Just wanted to update you guys with what the potential trade package is looking like, because this is kind of the first information we've gotten on what that could look like. But I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching, and as always, go Pack Go.